these already look better than last year's model, and probably the best looking one so far, in my opinion. What's up guys, Vinny here with Sneaker Tweaker, and welcome back to another video. Today we have the first impressions on the Adidas DON Issue 5. Now, I really haven't, I guess I would say, tested too many of Donovan Mitchell shoes and whatnot, but I've seen all of them. I've seen them in person. I've gotten them and then just really haven't had the time to play in them just because I put them on and it really didn't make me want to go hoop in them. But these ones looked better to me than all the others, and just overall it was one of those shoes that I gotta try them. With the Anthony Edwards shoe coming out and all the other ones, I wanted to see what Adidas has to bring to the table as opposed to Nike, Wade, Puma, Under Armour. I mean, Under Armour really is kind of in the same boat as Adidas. They've been relying a lot on retros and whatnot because a lot of their stuff is the same. There really hasn't been any innovation or anything that really excites anyone recently. However, I'm hoping things do change because the shoe game is better with Adidas in it and with them actually competing with some products that could potentially be some of the best of the year. Now, I already took these out on the court and just did a few quick tests. Granted, and complete disclaimer, a lot of these tests are just kind of on a first try basis, and initial wear, things do change over time the more you wear them. So whatever I do say in this video is just strictly that it's the first try. So if the traction was horrible, it could be better. If the cushion's horrible, it could also get better. It just kind of breaks down and gets more plush, so on and so forth. You guys get the idea. As always though, let's start it off with the traction. Now the DON Issue 5 features a herringbone traction pattern that goes full length, and then on your heel and your forefoot area, it is a radial pattern. Both of these patterns are known to be some of the best, if not the best, patterns and most consistent ones when it comes to traction. And this was no exception. Just on my initial wear, these things just really bit the floor really nicely. Granted, whenever I went to test them out, and this was earlier today on the day of filming this video, they literally just cleaned the courts. I washed them, dry mop it, and then just kind of wipe it down and everything. It was good to see because it's good to see that they're maintaining it. I hadn't really seen much of that prior to them renovating the floors or redoing them, I guess I would say. The traction, like I said, worked amazingly just on that initial wear. It stopped on a dime. For those of you that like feedback from it, it does have a nice squeak to it as well. It's not crazy loud, but it is a consistent squeak. And then on top of that, dust didn't seem to be too much of an issue. Again, like I said, they had just cleaned the courts. I mean, some dust did hop on there or pop up on there. You really can't completely avoid dust. I haven't seen a shoe that absolutely gets no dust, but a lot of times, even if a shoe does get some dust, it's still going to perform really well and perform the same. Every now and then, if you remember, you just wipe the bottom of your shoe and it's gone. The durability, I would say just kind of feeling it right now, it's a pretty tough rubber, and you probably would be good taking these outdoors. It's pretty thick. The grooves are pretty thick and everything, and I think you guys would be good to take these outdoors just as far as traction, durability, and then like I said, performance is there, and then the squeak is there, and then dust collection, it doesn't seem to be an issue. Traction overall, I would say, is solid just on that first try basis, and I will let you guys know how it is later on down the road once I finish testing these out and do a performance review. Traction, solid. Now for the cushion, the DON Issue 5 features a light strike midsole, which is Adidas's kind of, I guess I would say, in my eyes, it's kind of like between bounce and boost. For me, I still like boost more than any of them. I hope they use more of it and do more full-length boost shoes, but it doesn't seem they are going to do that with a lot of their shoes. It seems that it's more going to be a mixture. If there is boost, generally they're kind of putting it in the heel and not necessarily in the forefoot. For me, I really like boost, and I was hoping that they would implement it in the DON Issue 5, but that's not the case. However, that doesn't mean that the cushion in this is terrible. Again, the light strike is nice and responsive, so if you are wanting a responsive cushioning system, this is going to be one for you. It's not going to really have, you're not going to get any like plush sensation, or I guess I would say just a lot of compression, but whatever you do get, I mean, it's enough for general impact protection. For me, I like to jump around the court a lot and everything, so that cushioning system or that foam isn't going to be the best for my play style. However, just over time testing it out, I mean, it could break down, it could get more plush and nicer. We'll see about that, and yeah, hopefully it's better. How as of right now, it is pretty firm and responsive. So for those of you that like a firm and responsive cushioning system, then these are going to be it. As for the fit, these do fit true to size. I know a lot of people say with Adidas shoes, sizing is a little weird. You kind of have to go up half a size than what your normal size is with like Nike and everyone. However, that wasn't the case for me. I was good to go, just going true to size. It is kind of difficult originally was to kind of put my feet in here, and most of that was because of this burrito tongue. And I mean, I guess we can talk about that here in sizing or in the materials, but again, just as far as fitting and whatnot, for me, I have high arches, and it made it a little difficult for me to put the shoe on. But after that, it wasn't bad at all. I mean, it fit nice. It didn't squeeze my feet or anything. Just, it seems like it's also pretty, I wouldn't say wide foot friendly, but if you have a normal foot or slightly wide foot, you should be good to go. And if not, it seems like it's going to break in pretty nicely. As for the materials and the support, the DON Issue 5s have what I want to say is kind of, I guess, a synthetic leather upper, and it kind of goes all throughout the shoe. You do also have this suede on the medial side of the toe cap, and then you do have the TPU pieces on the lateral side, just to kind of keep things nice and stable and just for added support. You also have the Adidas logo that goes from the midfoot, I guess from the traction area or the outsole on the lateral side and the medial side, that goes up on both sides just for added support and stability. The base on the shoe is nice and wide, especially on the forefoot. So as far as like tipping over or rolling your ankles, that shouldn't really be too much of an issue, if any at all. And then you do also have this nice kind of pretty thick, I guess I would say, TPU shank plate in the DON Issue 5. So a lot of those features and stability features are really nice. You also have this TPU heel clip, and then you have that internal heel counter with I want to say Achilles pillow. It pretty much just keeps you all locked in and everything. So the whole design of the shoe is not only meant to be, I mean, the shoe in itself looks fast, but you also have a lot of support that goes along with it. The burrito tongue, I'm not a huge fan of. I think it was a Kyrie 5 they also did it in, but I absolutely hate this tongue. Like, if you're going to do a full booty upper or like half booty, that's one or the other. These burrito tongues, I hate them, man. That's a rant for another day, but it just kind of makes it feel weird to me. I don't know if that's the case with everyone, but for me, I just don't like it. But overall, I mean, materials and support, it's a mixture of leather, suede, and then you do also have these mesh pieces around the shoe, and then also the TPU pieces and just all these overlays, the suede overlay, like I said, and just all of it together really helps keep the shoe nice and stable and keeps the cushioning in place so it doesn't collapse. And just overall, super nice shoe. I think these are going to be a great performer, but it's going to be really difficult for me to potentially put these on my top list for the end of the year, because there's so many other amazing performers. These for me I wouldn't say had like a wow factor like some other shoes that I tested out this year, but a lot of the other shoes I tested out this year gave me a wow factor the more I wore them and just kind of really enjoyed it, the more and more I put it to the test and just took it out on the courts. So that could change. But like I said, it is a pretty stacked deck this year, and it's a little difficult to say, you know, what shoes are going to make it, what shoes are not. Stay tuned for that list. It's going to be a good one. Now for the weight on the DON Issue 5s, these are a size 9, and they weigh in at 13.8 ounces, which I would say is kind of like right in that middle area for a size 9 for me. So it's not heavy, it's not light. And those of you that really pay attention to weight and you care about, or I guess if weight affects the way you play, then that would be it, kind of like right in the middle. And as for the price, the DON Issue 5s do come in at $120 USD, and they're pretty much on sale everywhere you can find them, and they might even be on sale, like actual price drops right now, just because of Black Friday. So for those of you that are wanting it, I mean, this video is coming out on Black Friday, be on the lookout for it. It is a pretty solid shoe just from my initial wear, and I would say it's on the cheaper end of the spectrum as opposed to a lot of other shoes. As for the box it comes in this plain Adidas box. It's really just the Adidas logo at the top of the box, and then you have his Spida logo on the sides of the lid. It's not anything special, and the box kind of came beat up whenever I ordered it. Mind you, I didn't order it from Adidas directly, I got it from Shields, and it really, I mean, the box presentation to me, it's nice, but it isn't everything. I mean, some shoes could come in the crappiest boxes, but they could be amazing performers. Now, a lot of people also ask us where we get our basketball socks from. The answer is from Amazon. They come in a pack of 3 that cost just as much as 1 pair of Nike Elite socks. The ones we have are these 2 muted colors, which the white one and the black one, and they are quarter length. So if you guys like quarter length, they have them available in that, but they also have them in the high top version. Like I said, they come in a pack of 3 that cost just as much as the Nike Elites, and these are pretty much the same thing, but without the Nike branding. They're cushioned, they're ventilated, and they're amazing socks, and they last a long time. If you guys do want a pair, hit the link in our description down below and go grab yourselves a pack. Not a pair, grab yourselves a pack. Now, if you guys have already played in the DON Issue 5s, let us know your experience down below. If there are any other shoes you guys would like us to review, especially if there's something urgent you'd want us to look at before the end of the year and see if it potentially lands on our list, again, comment down below. For more content like this, please like, subscribe, and follow. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.